and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Celina and this channel is called Celina and the Books because I love to yap about books every day with you guys. This video is going to be about all the tropes that I love. I'm going to talk about 6 tropes that I love and also give you some book recommendations for each and every one of them. I'm not going to do them in particular order from most loved to least loved or anything like that. I'm just going to spit out all of the tropes that I love. Maybe there's a book that you want to read in these recommendations. Let's get started. First off, we have the obsessed MMC, which means he is obsessed with the female main character. Let me say that again. The male main character is obsessed, cannot get enough of the female main character. And for this, I have 4 book recommendations. The reason why I love this trope is because I really feel like you can really feel how much he loves this woman, and it is insane, and you can just feel it through the pages with how these books are written. So let's start off with the first recommendation. First off, we have God of Malice by Rina Kent. This is about Glyndon and Killian. Glyndon is very depressed because her best friend has just killed himself. She wants to do the same because she doesn't feel like anyone really knows her. So she is sitting at the edge of a cliff where a stranger starts taking pictures of her. I don't remember if it's her or him that tries to throw her off of the cliff, but the only way he wants to save her is if she does something for him. And that something is a BJ, which is her first one she ever gave. And from that day forward, he is obsessed with her. He is obsessed and he cannot leave her alone. He is a psychopath or a sociopath. I don't remember which one, but he is insane. And he is also the son of a mafia king. She really wants him to leave her alone, but he never will because he wants her and only her. And she's the only one that sees his devil side. I heard that people that love Haunting Adeline should read this. I did not like Haunting Adeline, but I loved this one. Killian, I know he's insane, but he's insane for her, which is a totally different thing for me. I know he's insane, but I love them together. And he really is trying for Glyndon. A lot of stuff happens in this. Please read the trigger warnings before you start it though. Then we have the Mindfuck series by St. Abbey, where we meet Lana Myers, who is a serial killer. She wants revenge for the murder of her former self and her brother, and a bunch of people in the city that they lived in before did some very brutal things to them, and I will not repeat them because it's a lot. Lana, she starts dating Logan Bennett, who in fact is a FBI agent who is trying to figure out who this serial killer is who keeps killing these random people. And they start dating and he becomes utterly obsessed with her, but he just can't figure out that he's dating said serial killer. I love them, you guys. I love them. And the epilogue is just so damn cute. You can really see how utterly obsessed he is with her by helping her tame her urges from being a serial killer. I love this book. I know it looks thick, but there's 5 books in this whole book, and you really get to see an amazing relationship that really helps Lana grow and really heal a lot of the stuff that she went through. You really sympathize with her being a serial killer, which is weird to say, but you really do. When you get to know what happened to her and her brother, you really do. I will highly recommend everyone this. Then we have Lights Out by Navessa Allen. We have Allie, who is a trauma nurse who has seen the worst of the worst. And then we have Josh, who is a hacker, but also has a secret mask talk thirst trap account. And when he finds out that his best friend and roommate, his ex friends with benefits, loves his mask talk account and that she's pretty and that she wants him, he gets obsessed with her. So he breaks into her house. This book is so damn cute. I know it sounds a little weird, but it is so damn cute. This couple, love them. Josh is utterly obsessed with Allie, and it is insane. And the way that he takes care of her after like a really traumatizing nursing shift is so damn cute. He wants to protect her so bad, and how he is with her cat is also so damn cute. Calling the cat their son, and how he's like, she's my girlfriend when they finally make it official. It is so damn cute. I love this book, if you can't tell. If you don't want to read it in this physical copy, the audiobook is also worth a try because that one is amazing. And the last book recommendation is Butcher and Blackbird by Brynne Weaver. First off, we have Sloane. She is a serial killer who kills other serial killers. Rowan Kane is also a serial killer who kills other serial killers. But he also is a very, very successful restaurant owner, and he has an Irish accent. They decide to make a challenge for each other where every August they get a location and they have to find the serial killer somewhere, and the person that gets to the serial killer first gets to kill them. They are friends for many, 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 many years, and the way that this slow burn is burning hot through the pages are just amazing. And Rowan, he falls in love with her instantly, and he is obsessed with her. I love this book. This book is amazing. It is forever a 6-star for me. Love this book. It is, I recommend it to everyone. Please check the trigger warnings, because the trigger warnings on this bad boy, some of it is not for everyone. You will never be able to look at orzo pasta the same way, or cookies and cream ice cream. Check the trigger warnings, but please read this. And if you don't want to read it, listen to the audiobook. It's amazing. The next trope that I love is second chance romance. Let me explain. I feel like this trope gets bad rap. I know there's all the don't go back to your ex thing, but I feel like in romance books it's so damn cute. They have this backstory that is just sometimes tragic, sometimes really bad, sometimes awkward. It is so damn cute, and the fact that they finally get the happy ending, it warms my heart, I have to tell you. And for this one, I have 4 recommendations. First off, in the second chance romance book recommendations, we have If We Were Perfect by Anna Huang, where we have Olivia. Olivia and Sammy did this study abroad program in Shanghai where they met and got this amazing friend group where the full If Love book series takes place around all these friends, and they fall in love and get together. Olivia had a plan. She needed a degree, she needed to get married, and she needed 2 kids, and Sammy kind of ruined that for her because that was not the plans for them. Sammy is a bakery owner, and one day Olivia's apartment floods and she needs help, so therefore Sammy comes and saves her, and they become unexpected roommates. Their story is so damn cute. They have so much love for each other, and you can really feel how much love they have for each other throughout this full series. And in this one you really get to tackle like their pride, and if they finally give each other that chance to be together, and for everything not to be in those boxes that Olivia set for herself. She is very pressured from her family, and Sammy's mom is just hilarious and amazing. Their friends are so supportive and they love them so much, and their friendships are just incredible in this book. Highly, highly recommend it. Again, if you don't want to read it, there's an awesome audiobook. Then we have A Photo Finish by Elsie Silver, where we have Violet, who rides horses, I don't remember what that's called, at Gold Rush Ranch. And then we have Cole, who is a retired soldier who is co-owner of Gold Rush Ranch. In the past, Violet may have taken some steamy photos of herself and posted them online, and Cole wrote to her about having a little spicy friendship online, and they talked to each other every single day. And then that friendship fell through. Then they finally saw each other after many years of not seeing each other face to face, and that spark never went away. I loved this book. The whole conflict of this book, some people don't like. I did. I feel like they grew as a couple, and I really liked their story. It was spicy, it was cute, and it really showed character growth on both characters' parts. So I would highly, highly recommend this. Then we have Happy Place by Emily Henry. This is a book that made me cry. So I'm gonna try to calm myself while I talk about it. This book is about Harriet and Wynne, and Harriet and Wynne, ex-fiancés. They broke up after a long while of long distance after Wynne's dad got sick. Wynne and Harriet are a part of this amazing friend group that goes on summer holiday together every single summer. Everyone knows everyone and everyone loves everyone, and they have specific traditions. But because they're ex-fiancés, but no one knows, they have to keep it a secret. You can see all the turmoil, all the passion between them while trying to keep it secret from all their friends. This book is amazing. The found family, the second chance romance, everything in it is amazing. I laughed, I cried, it was amazing. The love story was not even in the forefront of this book, I feel like. It was the friendship, and the second chance romance was in between that, but an amazing addition to it. It is amazing, and Emily Henry really stole my heart this year. Highly recommend it. Then we have the next trope, which is accidental pregnancy. Listen, I know this is a controversial opinion, but I love accidental pregnancy. I think if it's well done, then it's amazing. I really feel like the people really grow as a couple, but also are like, oh no, there's a baby on the way. We need to get our shit together. Or one part not knowing and really stepping up after getting to know that they have a kid. So I have 3 book recommendations for this one. The first book recommendation is a Christmas book, and it is A Holly Jolly Ever After by Julie Murphy and Sierra Simone. We meet Winnie Baker, who just got divorced from her very, very religious Christian husband. They are both very famous actors. Then we have Callum. Callum is the pizza king. He owns a pizza chain and is a former boy band member from his teens. And he is offered a role in a semi-spicy holiday movie where he is going to play opposite of Winnie. Winnie Baker is going to restart her image. And the whole hurdle of this book is that Winnie has never had an orgasm. So he will teach her what a real orgasm feels like. She needs to fake one in the movie. So he teaches her what he likes, what she likes, and what a real orgasm feels like. And after having a lot of fun, she gets pregnant and they fall in love. This book was awesome. This book was awesome. The way that they handled the whole pregnancy, the way that they handled the relationships between Winnie and Callum, the way that their friends were, the whole crew of this movie that they're on handled everything was awesome. And all the doubts that Winnie had about becoming a mother and Callum becoming a dad was so understandable. It was amazing, but also very spicy. So highly, highly recommend this. Read it or listen to it. The audiobook is also very awesome. Then we have Heartless by Elsie Silver, where we have Cade. He is a rancher. Cade, he also has a little boy named Luke. And for the summer, he needs a nanny. So his brother's girlfriend comes into action and gets her best friend Willa to take the job as the nanny. So Willa starts being a nanny for little cute Luke. Willa and Cade start to form a little infatuation with each other, and they are amazing. This is definitely Grumpy Sunshine. Willa is an amazing character and Cade is just grumpy yumminess. Love it. Luke is just such a cute character, and the accidental pregnancy of this was dealt with so well. It was amazing, and their love for each other is just so evident throughout the full book, and it just does not stop even when she gets pregnant and has little baby Emma. And my last book recommendation for accidental pregnancy is Reckless by Elsie Silver, where we have Theo Silva, who is the new up-and-coming amazing bull rider. He has a good eye for his really good friend and trainer, Rhett, his girlfriend's older sister, Winter. Winter is newly divorced from her awful ex-husband and a doctor, and she decides to leave him and start to become a doctor near Chestnut Springs to be closer with her sister Summer. She has a wild night, one night, with Theo Silva and accidentally becomes pregnant. And she cannot get hold of him because he's on tour as a bull rider. And all she gets as a response is okay from saying she's pregnant. So she has the baby Vivi or Vivian, and one day Theo sees that Winter has a little girl on her arm and starts to ask himself, wait, how old is she? And does she look like me? This was awesome. If you want really amazing cowboy romance, just read the full Chestnut Springs series, but this one is a well-beloved book for a reason. People love Theo. I really like Winter. She's stone cold in the beginning, but then she warms up to Theo. And it is so damn cute. And the little family that they make is just too damn cute. Highly recommend. The next trope that I want to talk about is enemies to lovers. And the whole reason why I love this is because of one book, which I will recommend later. I love this trope. It is amazing, but it is highly, highly discussed on Book Talk and Bookstagram how it's done well. And I love both. Both of the truly enemies to lovers and the kinda enemies to lovers. Let's get to the book recommendations. First off, we have Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. So, this book is about Violet, who is forced into a war college called Basgiath as a dragon rider. She has used her whole life to train to be a scribe. So she's not that well trained to become a dragon rider, and being a dragon rider is really, really dangerous. One of the first people that Violet meets is the person that she was warned not to talk to, Seyden Ryerson. Seyden Ryerson is the wing leader, and he is a shadow-wielding daddy. And he hates Violet because Seyden's dad was killed by Violet's mom in the rebellion. And she hates him because he's a rebellion child. I'm not going to talk too much more about this book because it's just, I can ramble about this book so much. I love this book so damn much. The third book in the series is coming out the 21st of January, which I'm so excited for, which is called Onyx Storm. And it's just amazing. If you want something that is like lightly spicy, but has great world building, great romance, great tension, and a great plot, read this. Read this right now. The next book that we have is A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. We meet Feyre, who is betrothed to Tamlin. She is a newly turned fae, which means she's immortal, and she hasn't seen her family for quite a while. And Tamlin keeps on locking her inside of his big mansion, and she gets frustrated. She made a deal with this guy named Rhysand that she needs to spend 1 week a month with him in the Night Court. And on her wedding day, Rhysand comes to claim her for a week. I feel like enemies to lovers, yes, but more because Feyre, she loves Tamlin so much that she hates Rhysand, and then she starts to love him. The first half of this book was boring. The second half, amazing. If you know me, you know I hate A Court of Thorns and Roses, but this one turned my mind to this full series. I loved it. The character growth on Feyre, amazing. Rhysand, yummy. Love him. So my camera died and I got a haircut and changed out of the cardigan. But let's get back to the Rex. The next book recommendation I have for enemies to lovers is Powerless. This is a very popular TikTok book. In Powerless, we meet Peyton. She is an ordinary hiding in plain sight in a city where everyone is called the elites. So they have different powers. And that is where Kai comes in. Kai is the king's right-hand man / his professional assassin. He is a killing machine, and his job is to find ordinaries and kill them. One day, Peyton, she saves this guy that she does not know is Kai, and she fakes being an elite sidekick right in front of him. And she gets put into this purging trials where she has to fight against other elites. In these trials, Peyton and Kai have a very unusual attraction to each other. This book is fine. I like Reckless, which is book 2 in this series, a lot more, but if you want like the full basis of the full book, read this first, or else Reckless won't really make sense. This is like a book talk staple. If you want YA fantasy, enemies to lovers, highly recommend this. You can kind of see where my glasses have been sitting on my nose, which is kind of annoying. And the last book recommendation for enemies to lovers is the full Bonds That Tie series by Bree. I don't have it in physical copy, but I enjoyed that series so much that I wanted to recommend it to you guys. In the Bonds That Tie series, we meet Oleander, who was on the run for the last 5 years, and she's then captured and brought back to her like college town where she needs to spend the rest of her life with her 5 bonded mates. Her bonded mates' mission is to love her, take care of her, and bond with her to have their full powers present in them and to be able to wield them. All 5 relationships are very different, and the plot of the full series is very intricate but absolutely amazing. We start off with Oleander absolutely hating all of her bonds, don't like any of them except for maybe 1 or 2, but that's it. She hates them, and she hates everything that her bond can do because she can tear people's souls out of their bodies. She doesn't want to know what her full bond can do, so therefore she doesn't want to bond with any of them. This series was amazing, let me tell you. The first book, it took me a little while for me to like get really hooked, but when it hooked me, I was stuck. I listened to the full series in January of 2024 and I am hooked. I need the physical copies of them on my shelves as trophies because they are amazing. Each and every person who is in her bond group has such a different relationship with Oleander, and the way that they interact with each other as well and everyone else is amazing, and the plot was so surprising to me. I loved it. I would highly recommend it. The next trope is maybe one of my all-time favorites, and it has been for quite a while, and maybe it's because I have a soft spot for it because that's how me and my boyfriend were, but it is Friends to Lovers. Friends to Lovers is so damn cute because they know each other, and their friendships usually start when they're quite young in most of the books, or else they just have this really intense friendship where they're just so intertwined with each other and just have the most amazing time and trust with each other, and it's just how they blossom into lovers are breathtaking, and I love it because that's how me and my boyfriend's story is. I feel like I have such a soft spot for it. For this one, I have 6 recommendations for you, so let's get to it. First off, we have If We Ever Meet Again by Huang. This is the first book in the If Love series. We meet Farah, who is studying abroad in Shanghai, and she is in love with one of her best friend's boyfriends. Then we meet Blake. Blake is a ex-football icon. He tries to escape by going abroad and studying in Shanghai. They get into a friend group together and start forming a very unusual friendship because he is used to girls swooning over him, and Farah, she's just not impressed. But when they fall hard. They boost each other up and they support each other's dreams. This book was so damn sweet, and I loved them so damn much. It was insane. Farah and Blake are amazing. And then it broke my damn heart. And then they continue in If the Sun Never Sets. So this is a 2-in-1. This is a friends to lovers second chance romance. So if you want 2 of my favorite tropes in 2 books, this is definitely it. If you need a good cry, then do this. Do this. The friends are amazing, and Blake and Farah's story is incredible. So highly recommend. Then we have Morbidly Yours by Ivy Fairbanks. In Morbidly Yours, we meet Callum. And Callum, he lives in Galway, Ireland. He works at a funeral home. The only thing is, he needs to get married before he turns 30 to inherit this place. And this is everything that he has ever wanted, to inherit this funeral home. Next door, we meet Lark. Lark is trying to escape her reality and restart her life after losing her husband in a car crash. And she doesn't know that next door is a funeral home before she opens her door and finds body bags. These two are Grumpy Sunshine friends from the start. He shows her around Galway and teaches her the Irish way of life because she is from America. This story is so cute and I feel like it needs more credit than it gets. I feel like it's way underhyped and I feel like people need to hype it up more. This was so damn cute. Callum is the sweetest ever. Lark is such an intricate character and she is amazing, and everything they have to go through together and everything they have to solve to get to the point where they actually get to be together is amazing. Lark grows as a character, Callum grows as a character. I read this in October of 2023, I believe, and it was perfect for like an October Halloween vibe. Highly, highly recommend Morbidly Yours. Then we have Butcher and Blackbird. I'm not going to say too much about this. I already mentioned it in another trope, but we have Rowan and Sloane, who are serial killers who kill other serial killers, and they make a competition between each other of who finds another serial killer first, kills them, and wins that round every year. And they have a slow burn, friends to lovers romance. That's all I'm going to say. Please, please read it, but please read the trigger warnings first, because damn. Then we have Punk 57 by Penelope Douglas, where we meet Rina and Misha. Rina and Misha are put together as pen pals in the 5th grade, so they're boy and girl pen pals, which weren't allowed, and they form a friendship throughout the years through their letters. They have a set of rules through these letters where they can't see each other ever, they can't contact each other ever through other means than letters, and they won't see each other in real life. But one day, Misha finds a picture of Rina where Rina is not like she described herself in the letters. She's popular, obsessed with her iPhone, obsessed with her looks, and a cheerleader. Where Misha is a misunderstood musician and a bit of a bad boy. Misha, as soon as he sees Rina on this photo, is obsessed and needs to meet her. And his mission is to make her fall in love with him. Oh, and also, while Misha is trying to make Rina fall in love with him, she doesn't know that it's him at all. And she doesn't understand why Misha doesn't write her letters anymore. Why? I have a soft spot for this book because this is what started my reading journey after a long time of not reading. So this is like my baby, okay? I love this book. Maybe it's not the best one to start off with, but it was my best one to start off with because it really introduced me to romance and a little bit of spice and a little bit of darker themes as well without being too much. So I would highly recommend it. Some of the means for Misha and Rina are a little bit questionable, and you have to remember they are young. They're like late high school, early college age. So you have to remember that when you start this. But I would highly recommend this. Then we have Powerless by Elsie Silver. This is so underrated, you guys, and I need everyone to read this. This is book 3 in the Chestnut Springs series by Elsie Silver. And in Powerless, we meet Jasper Gervais, who is like an adopted son to the Eaton family when he loses his parents in a car crash. He is a hockey star, and his best friend, Sloane, is about to get married. They've been friends since they were very small. They know everything about each other. She is his safe haven, if you will. Sloane needs to get married because her father is trying to make a business deal. When she's about to get married, she freaks out and Jasper's like, "You want to go?" then let's go. And they have a road trip for her to escape this horrible relationship and spending her time in. And she has always been in love with Jasper. Sloane is also a really well-trained ballerina, so it's like a ballerina hockey romance as well. And on this road trip, some spicy and romantic things happen. I love this series. Sloane was so relatable to me. She was an absolute joy to read about, and her friendship and relationship with Jasper was amazing. Yes, he's complex, but he is such an amazing man. Oh my god. And how he loves Sloane is just amazing. I love this book so much, and I feel like it is so underrated in the Chestnut Spring series, and I feel like Jasper and Sloane need more credit and they need to be appreciated more. He is definitely on my book boyfriend list. And then, of course, we have one of my favorite books of all time, Say You Swear by Meagan Brandy. In Say You Swear, we meet Ariana, her twin brother Mason, her best friend Cameron, and Mason's two best friends, Brady and Chase. Ariana has had a crush on Chase for all her life, and this group is best friends, and they're about to start college together. They're spending the last summer before starting college in a summer house that they've been spending all summers together. Ariana finally tells Chase how she feels, and after losing her virginity to him, he shuts her down. So she starts off college very, very depressed. And that is when we meet Noah Riley. Noah Riley is the quarterback of the football team that Mason, Chase, and Brady all play for at the college that they're starting. Noah Riley loves to cook and he loves to spend time with Ariana, and he loves to support her and is a very good shoulder to cry on after feeling like she can't be with her friends. And their friendship is just the cutest thing ever, and their relationship is even cuter. Let me tell you, I'm not going to explain anything more about this book because this book is like my forever favorite. I love this book so damn much. Ariana and Noah are perfection. I cried for so many chapters. It was insane. And when I thought it couldn't get worse, it did. But it was amazing. It was amazing. It was amazing. Then we have a new favorite trope of mine, which is age gap. I didn't know I would like that as much as I do. It is, I don't know what is going on with age gap. I feel like it's just yummy to me at the moment. It can be like really forbidden, but it can also be like really, really sexy. I do think there is a difference between yucky age gap and yummy age gap. And I do have some recommendations for you. First off, we have Credence. This is one of the ones where I'm like, it can be kind of icky, but I don't feel like it's icky. In Credence, we meet Tiernan, and she just lost her parents to suicide. She is 17 years old. Her parents are really, really famous, but couldn't live without each other. She gets a call from her estranged step-uncle, not blood related, and he wanted to know if she wanted to live with them, him and his two sons, in the middle of nowhere in the mountains. And she said yes, because she wanted to escape her reality. She goes there, and that is when we meet Uncle Jake. Tiernan, you have to remember, is 17. She turns 18 in this book, and Jake is about 40. Jake makes and fixes motocross bikes with his two sons, Noah and Caleb. Noah is 20 and Caleb is 22. Caleb is also mute after having a very traumatic childhood. Tiernan starts to have a huge crush on Jake, then Caleb, and then Noah, and she kind of falls into all of them. This book was interesting to me because it's not that I love it, it's I like it. It is very different from anything I've ever read and very, very taboo. And the age gap between Tiernan and Jake, for me, it's okay because there is like a 22-year difference, but I still feel like Tiernan chose wrong with choosing Caleb in the end, which is a spoiler. I'm sorry. But if you do want to dabble in some age gap taboo topics, Credence. It is a wild ride, but a lot of people enjoy it. Then we have Twisted Games by Anna Huang. We meet Bridget. Bridget is the princess of Eldora, and she just got a new bodyguard named Reese. Bridget is about 24, 25, and Reese is about 34, 35. Bridget's older brother is about to become king, but he abdicates to be able to marry the person that he loves. So Bridget is all of a sudden going to be queen. And when she falls in love with her bodyguard, she needs to figure out a way to change the law. This book was probably my favorite one in the Twisted series by Anna Huang. Did not enjoy Twisted Hate or Twisted Lies. Twisted Love was fine, but this one was amazing. Loved Bridget and loved and adore Reese. The spicy time that they have, amazing. Then we have Hopeless by Elsie Silver. First off, we meet Bo Eaton. Bo Eaton is the middle child of the Eaton boys. He is also a ex-military man who just went through something very, very traumatic and needs to figure out what he wants to do with his life back in Chestnut Springs with a very, very protective family that just wants to help him, but he doesn't want help. Then we have Bailey. Bailey is an outcast in Chestnut Springs and a bartender. Bo is about 35 and Bailey is 22, so that's a 13-year age gap. Bailey needs a step up in Chestnut Springs, so therefore she goes to Bo to find a fake fiance. This book is not my favorite of the Chestnut Springs, but it's done well with representing PTSD, and Bailey was amazing, very amazing, especially with how she is with her family and how he protects her from her family and everyone being so nasty to her. It's a good ending for Chestnut Springs, but I do think there are better books in the series. Which brings me to Heartless by Elsie Silver. Heartless is about Cade. Cade is a 38-year-old rancher. Cade needs a nanny for his son Luke for the summer, which is where his little brother's girlfriend's best friend comes into play. Then we meet Willa. Willa is a spunky 25-year-old who is going to nanny Luke for the summer. Cade and Willa are the sunshine and grumpy, amazing deliciousness. Their relationship is amazing. I love them together. Cade knows how to tame Willa, and Willa knows how to get Cade on his toes. The spice is amazing. The characters, amazing. The storyline, amazing. And I also mentioned it in Accidental Pregnancy. So there's a 2-for-1 again. And the last book recommendation I have for you is A False Start by Elsie Silver. This is from her Ruby Creek series, and it is the last book of 4. In A False Start, we meet Nadia. Nadia has been through a lot in life with an abusive dad, both of her parents dying when she was young. So she moves in with her brother in Canada who owns a ranch, and that is when we meet his best friend, Griffin. Griffin is a former football star. Nadia is 21 and Griffin is 35. This story I loved. This and A Photo Finish are probably my favorites in the series. Nadia and Griffin are amazing together. Love them, and their spicy time, love. And I really feel like they grow a lot together, and the conflicts that are in this book, flawless. Love, love. I love how bratty Nadia is towards Griffin and how much he loves it, how much he eats it up. So those were 6 of my favorite tropes and some book recommendations for you guys if you would want to read some of these tropes. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want more like this, please tell me in the comments because I would love to make one again. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. Please subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of my face and hear more about me yapping about books. And I hope to see you next time. Bye!